thanks for coming. And I'd like to introduce our first speaker, and that's going to be Spark. And Spark will be followed by Commissioner Rettman. And that's all I'm telling you for now. So, and if folks don't know already, the upstairs is open as well. It's open house on both the first floor and the second floor. Gwen made me shut the basement door so you can't go down there. Unless we drink all of the wine, and then there might be a hole. So thanks for coming, and I really hope you enjoy this, and I'll have a little bit more to say soon.
I'll be short because I know we have a few people that want to talk. We've owned this building for about 6 years. We bought it. It was vacant. Had been vacant 20 years prior. When I was talking with Lee was working on it when he was at the district council. It's been a long road to get here. This is just a great project when you can bring a nonprofit together. The city, your council member, the end user with Kirsten, Libby Law Office, the contractor, everyone who worked on this project. But I just have to say, without Lee's support, definitely without the support of PED at the city of St. Paul, especially Dan Bears, Tom at Rutland Construction, and most importantly, with Kirsten, who was crazy enough to look at the project and work with me for about a year on the financing and getting it all done. People would have looked at us and thought we were a little crazy, which we probably are. Yeah, we still do. But at the end of the day, it's rehabbed, it's done. Kirsten's down here. It's a wonderful rehab, wonderful project. Just the thing we want to see in St. Paul and on Rice Street. Taking these old buildings, and I wouldn't even call this a facelift. I mean, this was a gut rehab, top to bottom, and just a wonderful project. We're happy to be a part of it and getting this done in St. Paul. Thank you.
Well, I didn't know I was going to give a speech, okay? I gave my best speech at your groundbreaking. But I'm a Dolly Parton fan, and I have many of her tunes in my head, but I'm not going to sing to you. But there is a song, one of her newest songs is called The Sacrifice. It says, I've given up time with family and friends for work without end. 24/7, 365, I've been willing to make the sacrifice. Many of the people on Rice Street in the North End, South Como area work 24/7, 365 to just try and make it. She's going to be their lawyer. She's going to be their advocate. And indeed, you can trust Kristen and take her because she's going to work 365 and make the sacrifice. I'm so proud of you. I really am. Peace.
This is a real treat for me. I grew up with sharing my life up Front Street, not too far from Rice Street. Graduated from Washington High School, so I spent a lot of time down here on Rice Street. And this was a fun, exciting project. Spark did a spectacular job, much of the city, and as a father of 5 daughters, I listen to women real well. And so with Kirsten's direction, this absolutely was the treat of our year construction-wise. And so we're thankful, we're grateful to be a part of it, and it is just wonderful. Congratulations.
I'm here at the end of this project because I am new to this, to representing this area. I'm not new to Kirsten or to loving this area, and I am just so proud of you that you've made this happen, and I'm just here to say congratulations and thank you for helping keep this community going and building it. And we know we have a great Rice Street here, and we're just going to keep working on developing it. And thanks to all of you who had something to do with this. It really makes a difference. So I know you're going to make this work. So good job.
Thank you.
Well, this is one of those kind of bittersweet moments in elected office when you get to reflect back on the work that you've done over a decade or more worth of work. This building has been something that has sat out as been part of the Rice Street redevelopment strategy. When we were working a number of years ago on the large area plan for the district council, this building was identified as one of those vacant, blighted buildings that needed attention. Had a difficult owner, hard to get a hold of, and it was just a building, but it had such unique potential in history that you didn't want to just get rid of it because it was part of this historic character of the great city of St. Paul. And so for me, this has been something over the last 10 years that's been working on it. We worked closely with Spark to try to get the property acquired and put some pressure on them to take a risk. And they did take that risk. When they finally got a chance to get the property, then they ended up sitting on it for 6 years as we shopped it over and over and over again and looked at different iterations of what it could be, what it should be, what the community wants. All the time kind of worried that in the end a piece of the fabric and a piece of the history could be lost because it's such a challenging site. And when we finally found a great end user, a small law office, somebody who's committed to the community, president of the business association, it began to feel like maybe there's something real here. And I want to make sure I say thanks to our city staff, Dan Bears and the other people at PD, because I know I put a lot of pressure on them to try to make a deal like this happen. And as we worked on this and tried to find the end use and say, okay, we think we've got somebody in line, and we know Kristen's interested. What is it going to take to bring this project all the way through? When you have to think about tearing down an addition, getting the parking put in there, a total gut and rehab, coming up with money at the end to get the roof done so it's sealed up nice and tight, and then to see this kind of at the end be such a great place. And what's so fun to see here is Kirsten's friends and family and clients and work people from all the different facets of your life are here to celebrate with you. And what's kind of fun is I know many of these people from kind of similar paths and different paths and all of that over time, and it is great. And so for me, this will be one of the last ribbon cuttings I get to do as an elected official, as a city council member. And Kirsten, we can't pick a better person. You know how to throw a party. You got a bunch of your friends here, and the project really turned out just beautiful. So with your leadership and your vision, your commitment to the community, we know Rice Street's heading in the right direction. Thank you so much for making that investment, for being such a great person, and for your wonderful community leadership.
Thank you, Lee. Okay, you know, everyone else is polished public dignitary. I'm just a simple country lawyer, so I have to have some remarks here, you know, so thanks again for coming. For those of you who attended the ceremony the groundbreaking ceremony in August, there certainly has been some major changes. For those of you who weren't here in August for the groundbreaking, trust us. And I have logged a lot of our progress on the Libby Law Office Facebook page. So, you know, for those of you who are Facebookers, you can check some of the rehab that went on there. So it's been quite a ride, and I want to continue to do a little more research on this place, because now I have found out that it was at one time a Romanian rooming house as well, in the early 1900s. So I continue to peck away at what this place was all about. And it's been a Romanian rooming house, it has been a mattress factory, it has been a magnet factory, there's been an apartment upstairs for about 100 years now, and so now it's a law office and home to Spark. So we'll see what our future holds here. It's been a real honor to work with the folks that I've been able to work with on this project, beginning with Councilmember Helgen. This would not have happened without his support and without his vision of Rice Street. And it is truly bittersweet that Lee will now be moving on. In any event, with redistricting, he would have been just up the street, but I certainly will miss him and will not have done this project without him. without Lee, without Matt at Spark and the Spark board with their vision of trying to get this place open, without Dan Barris at the city, even though, you know, he and I have had several words over the months, but you know how that goes. Ryland Construction has been fantastic. I couldn't recommend a more honorable general contractor, pays attention to detail. Tom is great. The people who work for him are wonderful. There'll be a lot of them here tonight if they're not here already. And I truly, truly appreciate the care that they gave. And when you do a project and you care, it really shows through. Doug Deere, the architect, he's here. He was not at the groundbreaking because he had been in a bike accident. He's here tonight. So, you know, even Virgil, our city inspector, I think might be around tonight. And of course, he went through a lot of guff with all of us. Come on in, come on. And the folks at Safety and Inspections and the folks at Planning, besides Dan. So it's been just a great crew heralding this project through. And now we've come to an end and we're settling in to do the practice of law, which I wanted to do here in this, what I envisioned as an old-fashioned Main Street law office. So I thank my clients and I thank my friends and the folks that I sit on other boards with. Thank you for coming. And I think it's really time to have a big party. So let's party.